friends, welcome back to my channel Shreya's Adventures. It's a beautiful sunny day and we are out for an adventure in the Al Hajar mountains in the region of Ras Al Khaima. So the Al Hajar mountains are the highest mountains in the Gulf Peninsula, and they are mostly in Oman, and some of the part is in UAE, and the highest mountains are in Ras Al Khaima. So we are on top of one of the highest mountains right now in UAE, which is called Jebel Al Jais, and the wadi name is Wadi Shiha. This is a loop hike. It's a 14.5 kilometers hike. I will drop the location for the hike start. I will also share my Strava record for you to see the route on Strava. Okay, so we start our hike from this point because this is a loop trail. So you are going to come back from here. So it's advisable to just park your car at this location. A lot of the space has been given to some private companies here who are running the Via Ferrata or the zipline activities. So and it's also a private camping ground. So you would see a board at the entrance which says authorized vehicles only, but don't worry about that. Just get your vehicle down because there's no other place to park in this area. So this is that private camping ground I was talking about. If you would have come here 4 years before, there was nothing. This was a public space. You could just drive your car here, camp. It was a really nice location. Not a lot of people knew about this, and you could hike, you could camp, but it's completely destroyed by these guys. It's been completely developed now. Really disappointed looking at all this construction going on here in such a beautiful place. It's out of anybody's control. Cannot do anything about it. So it is what it is. So once you have entered the valley, just make sure to keep towards the left because the trail is towards the left. So always stick to the left and you'll find the way. Now this is the raw nature that you have to deal with on this hike. I hope they don't start the construction in this part. नाही लागते आग त्याच्यातून स्पार्क निघतो इझिली लागते. Don't go for the bigger boulders because it'll take all your energy. So just try and find a way through the smaller boulders. Okay, so we just made a decision there. We had to go over that big boulder, or we could just go around through the smaller boulders, and we chose the smaller boulders. So you could see, instead of climbing these 3 bigger boulders, we just chose an easier route to save on some energy. So after 2.3 kilometers, you will see another diversion. Again, keep to the left. You have to always go towards the left. You'll have this wall on your left side. Just stick to the wall. Keep walking towards the left. We are in the main part of the valley now. This is where the main climb starts, the steeper climb, the steeper section of the hike. And just stick to the left side of the valley. If you go between the valley, that is also fine, but that's a longer route and it's got a lot of boulders. This is a trail Just keep following the trail towards the left. Also, that's Oman. One good thing about this hike is you start early in the morning. You have the shade from sun for the first 2 hours, you can say, until you get to the top. Here's Vilas taking some vitamin D. So the Hajar mountains can be quite notorious. We've started hiking from way down there and we've climbed up the valley. Then we've climbed this portion of the traverse over the mountain. We've come here. You cannot see the part which is ahead, but it just keeps going. This is just the first climb that we have done, the first steep climb. Then you've got another one, then there's a flat surface, then there's another one, and then there's another one. So there are like 3 more climbs here. So a lot of false summits. So just be mindful of that while you hike to conserve your energy. And we are at the top of the abandoned village here at the Wadi Shiha. Look at these fields, totally dry. So the time is 9:30 a.m. We've started the hike at 7 a.m. The temperatures in the mountains were around 15 degrees today, and now it's reaching a stage where it is getting irritating. So I've got my hat on. The valley is mostly shaded, so you are completely blocked from the sun initially for the 2 hours, but then after 2 hours you definitely need to face it. And we are just here in between. We are going to take a break now, have some sandwiches, some water, relax a bit, and then move on with the further stage. I'm with my hike partner today, Vilas. It's just 2 of us today. So some of you might have a question as to what all to carry on such a hike. So I'm just going to show you what all I carry in my hiking backpack. So this is a day pack. It's around 45 liters. I've had this backpack for the last 10 years, and yeah, it's just lasted me for 10 years. It's called the North Face Big Shot, and they've stopped making these. The biggest one now you can get is the Borealis. It's good as well, but yeah, Big Shot is 45 liters, so unbeatable. So I've got 1 liter Nalgene, then I've got 1.5 liter Nalgene. You need a lot of water on this hike. It's a huge hike. Then I've got some sandwiches packed in here, which I'm going to pass on to my partner Vilas here now. Thank you. And I've got another box of sandwiches. I've got a couple of bananas. I've got sunglasses. I've got my hat. I always have this on. I have a wristband for taking the sweat off my eyes. I've got a head torch just in case if required. I've got an Allen key set. This is from when I used to go biking. So I've got a Swiss knife. That's about it. I don't have a first aid kit, and yeah, I should be carrying a first aid kit as well. You should be carrying a first aid kit as well. We are just going to have a short break now, and we'll have our snacks and then we'll continue with our hike. So remember when we were down there in that village, we had planned to go till this summit. It's actually not required, but we just planned to do that. But now that we reassess, this is a much difficult climb and it'll take a lot of energy for us to get up there. We don't want to waste that energy or time. So we will just take a shortcut through this tiny valley, get to the tree on the ridge that you see, and just take a right. So we are going to go around this summit, you can say. So this will save us some energy, and it will be a better route. It will be quicker as well. So always it is advisable to reassess your route. Do not commit to something which you have already planned. I mean, it's a good thing, but it might just be very difficult and it'll take away a lot of your time and energy. So better reassess, rethink, and then continue with your hike. Look at this stone. This is the topmost point of the hike. Whew. We are done. Now it's just the descent. There's no more climbs. I'm really happy because I was really very tired, and you can clearly see Jabal Jais right in front of you. So you see that village in distance? That's the one we need to get to. From there our main descent and the rocky traverse starts. We've just been scrambling through these rocks. There's no definite route, as you can see. You can see some route there or there, but it just gets lost between the rocks, so you have to figure your own way out. Just be careful, don't walk over loose boulders and rocks and step on some firm and bigger rocks. After passing through the village, make sure you ask the villager from where to descend, because it might be confusing, but you have to pass through some of the houses and then you'll come to this point where you'll see this view. Look at that scree. That's the traverse we have to take. So after hiking for 10 kilometers, you're in for a surprise now. You will see this oasis on the hike in middle of nowhere. I mean, look at that. It's all barren around. There's nothing here. Natural water from mountains. This is the descent part. Look at those boulders. Update, we have crossed this and we have got to this point. Still more to go, an hour's hike maybe. That's it. We are done with this treacherous valley. Time for the long walk back to the car. This doesn't get over so quickly and so easily. Oh, so tired. I can see road ahead. We are almost there. Maybe another 10 minutes walk or so. 15 minutes, make it 15 minutes. So we've come to the end of this hike. I would like to tell you that this is one of my favorite hikes, and I would highly recommend this hike to anybody who's visiting UAE or is in UAE and is interested in hiking. So my battery is low, so I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and yeah, please like, share, subscribe.